Good afternoon. My name's Kevin Meeten. I'm part of horseshomeartist.org. I'd just like to give you a little insight into some of my most recent works. I like to do slightly unconventional things, and this is one of my new ideas. I've done a couple of them before, but this is something fairly unique. You can see the very high gloss here. This is actually acrylic paint onto kitchen foil, which gives a really nice metallic effect, I think. I create these by applying the paint with a special little tool. It's designed for other work completely. It's actually a modelling tool. It's used for modelling plasticine or clay or modelling paste, this kind of thing, not for applying paint, generally speaking. I like the way you can apply paint like a spatula, but it's softer, allows you to get nice curves and lines and so on put into the paint. What I've done with this is I've used very dilute paint, diluted with a flow enhancer. I put a whole palette, 4 or 5 colours all together, get some of each of the colour onto the brush, and then apply it in stripes down the paper like this. Then allow it to run. As it's quite dilute, that's easy to do. Just put it at 45 degrees, leave it for 10 or 15 minutes and let it run slightly. With this painting, as you can see, I've got 2 different colours, 2 different palettes, top and bottom. So I've done it from both ends of the picture, turning it obviously the other way up to give the run in both directions onto the painting, and then added some acrylic detail afterwards for the trees and some more of the small flame effects. But quite effective, I think you'll agree. Just as a finishing touch with this, I apply a gloss medium over the whole painting at the end. Just pour it on, leave it to settle in its own way, and it just enhances the gloss. I think that's really quite a nice, effective, artistic effect. Secondly, very much the same technique, all except for one thing, which is the covering, which on this painting is a water clear resin. Very much the same thing. Apply it like you do with the gloss medium, just put it on, pour it and leave it to find its own level, but it's much thicker. It's like a sheet of glass on top of the painting. I don't know if you can see that, the clear layer on the top there. Again, that gives a really nice effect, I think. This is a watery scene, and I think that really adds to it. That adds depth to the picture as well, which is really quite effective. And finally, with the same spatula technique, a slightly more conventional painting. This time I've applied lots of gesso to the canvas, and then put some lines across the canvas like this with this tool, leaving it to dry. The great thing with doing that, you leave a thick layer of gesso like that, it tends to sag slightly and you get a really nice organic effect at the end. And then what I've done, the 6 or 7 stripes there, I've painted them separately, almost like little pictures within one big picture, but it gives a nice stripy effect. I think that's quite interesting. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you very much for listening. Take a look at myself and all of the other Horsham artists on horseshomeartist.org, and hopefully you won't miss the art trail too much. And look out for us in the autumn when we're doing our art fair, hopefully. We look forward to seeing you then. You take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.